This is the afternoon video update. This is for Friday, the 5th of January. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather very active and very interesting over at least the next 7 to 10 days. We've got a couple of systems to deal with. The first one will bring rain tonight, a very dynamic system coming in here early next week, and a third one toward the end of next week. So a lot of things happening here, a lot of new data rolling in. Let's begin with the current upper air situation across the country. And you can see system number 1 out across the heartland going negative tilt. That's produced some snow today in Arkansas and parts of Missouri, and rain off to the west. There's the visible satellite view. Clouds are increasing across the state this afternoon. And underneath those clouds, we have rain falling over much of Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, and that big band of rain will be rolling through here tonight. For most of Alabama, the bulk of this will be tonight between about 6 o'clock and 12 midnight. And there could be a few strong storms near the Gulf Coast, but even there, it's a very low-end threat. For most of the state, just good old-fashioned rain. Temperatures getting close to average today. The average high for this date is 54. We're almost there in Birmingham, 53. Upper 40s for Cullman, Haleyville, and Huntsville. But look at the 60s, low 60s for places like Montgomery, Dothan, and Mobile. So for travelers, there's the watch warning map. We have winter storm warnings in effect from the mountains of North Carolina up into parts of New England, where they're going to see ice and snow problems. Scattered winter weather issues up north and out west. And again, near the Gulf Coast, we have this level 1 out of level 5 marginal risk of severe storms tonight. The coast of Louisiana curving all the way down toward Tampa Bay. And again, this is kind of a low-end setup here. Not so sure the warm sector makes it onshore. But if we can see some unstable air, there could be a strong storm on the Gulf Coast tonight. But again, for most of Alabama, just good old-fashioned rain. Tomorrow, a marginal risk. Again, that's level 1 out of 5 across much of the Florida Peninsula. This is day 3, which is Sunday. No severe storms are expected, but then on day 4, Monday and Monday night, we have a risk of severe storms lined up from the Texas coast over toward Panama City Beach. And most of the thunderstorms in Alabama with this feature will be Monday night. And keep in mind, this outlook extends through 6 a.m. Tuesday. We have a risk of severe storms defined from near Thomasville to about Fort Deposit and Ozark. The areas there in yellow. And we'll take a look at new modeling on this in just a moment. And then after 6 a.m. Tuesday, the risk continues for the southeastern corner of the state. Phoenix City, Opelika, down toward Dothan and Geneva. This is the larger view for Tuesday. A risk of severe storms down into parts of central Florida and up to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Beneficial rain likely with all of these systems. This is the rain through Friday morning of next week. And for most of Alabama, rain amounts will be in the 2 to 4 inch range. And that will put a dent in the drought. And again, if you missed it, this is the latest drought monitor. This was released yesterday. And again, you can see a pretty decent chunk of North Alabama still in a D3 extreme drought. The areas there in red. So model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. And again, a very active wave pattern, but we're basically in a situation where wave number 1 is moving out. The surface low is on the North Carolina-Virginia border. Maybe some nasty icing just north and west of that. The areas of pink on that map. The blue, that would be snow for places like Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland. And for Alabama, the rain tonight, again, the big rain mass probably over by midnight, but there might be a few lingering showers tomorrow morning. But I think a decent chunk of the day will be dry. The sky will likely stay cloudy, and highs will be in the 50s, most likely low to mid-50s. So Sunday, again, we're in between waves. Should be a dry day, a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Highs, again, low to mid-50s. So Monday, this is a very dynamic system. This system early next week. A deep surface low under 1,000 millibars that's located over west Oklahoma. And rain will likely begin during the day Monday across South Alabama with the warm front lifting north. And this is Monday night at midnight. The GFS a little faster now, kind of in line with the European. It's got a sub-1,000 millibar low that's over Little Rock. And obviously that's awfully wet. It's going to be a big rain producer, and it's going to be windy, a tight pressure gradient. In terms of the severe threat, this is the instability Monday night. And again, you can see there is a little bit over the southern third of the state. Again, we've seen no evidence of any surface-based instability for the northern counties of the state. And again, that's the reason that SPC keeps that severe weather risk over the southern third of Alabama, the areas in yellow on that map. We'll be watching modeled trends, and of course, once we get this system tonight out of here, we can focus on this one. But it will be windy, gradient winds, not related to storms. These are gradient winds in the middle of the night Monday night. This would be 3 a.m. Tuesday. And these are peak 2-meter wind gusts. And again, you can see potential for winds in spots gusting to 40, 45 miles an hour. So Monday night, very wet, very windy, and maybe stormy for South Alabama. And then during the day Tuesday, a dry slot moves in. So the rain should taper off Tuesday morning, still windy. And Tuesday would be a day with a high maybe around 60. And that might be during the morning. We might see falling temperatures by Tuesday afternoon. The bulk of the rain and storms pushing off to the east. And then Wednesday, everything out of here. We're dry. Wednesday, we start the day around freezing, the high upper 40s and low 50s. This is Thursday. We're dry. And then a week from today, Friday, the 12th of January, another dynamic system coming in here. A deep surface low is north of Memphis. Again, that's under 1,000 millibars, and another good soaker. And again, this could create some big snows for places like Kansas City and St. Louis. But remember, this is a week out. That could change, but it certainly looks like this El Nino pattern is living up to its name with these multiple storm systems on the way. Let's go out 10 days. This is Monday the 15th, a whopper of a trough in the western states. And if this is right, we'll be seasonal, maybe a few showers. This is suggesting potential for a big snow there from the Texas Panhandle up into parts of the western Great Lakes. And let me tell you what now, if this happens to verify, and we've seen signals of this, it's going to be brutally cold. Those anomalies are basically off the chart. And again, this is Monday, the 15th of January, back in the northwestern United States, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Utah, Colorado. It could be brutally cold. But notice we're in the shades of red with temperatures a little above average here. But we're going to keep an eye on that cold air and see if it can get in here. Remains to be seen how much of it does. We'll check rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. And again, we're looking for the green line on this chart. That's the mean of the ensemble members between 3 and 4 inches between now and the 20th of January. And again, for Birmingham, we don't see any of that cross-polar, bitterly cold Arctic air for the next 10 days. Most days, highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s. Very seasonal, right on through Tuesday the 16th. This is coming off the NBM, the National Blend of Models. And hot off the presses, got the brand new 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for January 13th through the 19th. And again, we're starting to see those signals of that really cold air up north and kind of creeping in here. Temperatures would be below average if this happens to verify. Let's roll the Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. Couple of stops today. Stop number 1, Advent Episcopal School, downtown Birmingham. The first group, that was the older group. These are the younger students. And we had a great time today. I mean, come on, it's a short week. It's a Friday. We're talking about weather. Doesn't get any better than that. But those kids are looking awfully good. And look at the goodies. Ooh, yes. I like that a lot. But I've been coming to see the kids out at Advent many, many times over the years, and they are just looking good today. So again, to all my buddies at Advent Episcopal School in Birmingham, that's a great visit. And then stop number 2, Cahaba Elementary School in Trussville. Meet the third graders. I noticed some very well-dressed folks in that group. But, you know me, I like third grade. I'm a little partial to third graders. They're good. Had a great time today. And, ooh, yes, that's a big cookie cake right there. That looks great. But look at the fashion statements right there. That's great. But they're such a great school. Loved coming out there. So all the administrative team members, the teachers, and the students at Cahaba Elementary School in Trussville. Thanks a lot. That was an amazing visit earlier today. So, again, no book event tomorrow, but keep in mind, a week from tomorrow, a big event in Selma. The National Weather Service will be there. I'll be there. Some other television meteorologists will be there. And it will be to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of the tornado that came right through town. And we'll have a lot of cool stuff to give away, and it's going to be a really fun day. We'll have the details, the location, the timing on that next week. But of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.